Hello, welcome to another 6th Gen Farmer. Today is a super exciting one because this will probably be the last video that I make before we actually go out and start planting. We are basically ready to go. The planter is 100% ready to go. I could literally take that out to the field right now and start planting, and theoretically we would be good. The sprayer is 100% ready to go. We had Capstan come out here 2 days ago and they did a software update and got everything working there. And lastly, we have the field cultivator. This is 90% the way ready to go. We have all new shovels and stuff on it. It's just the spray system that we need to work on here today. And we're gonna be doing something a little bit different this year. In the past, we've always just done pre-emerge with these saddle tanks on this 9570. But this year, we're actually gonna be doing nitrogen as well. So we're doing nitrogen and pre-emerge all at the same time. And also, you guys may have noticed that the Wyffels intros have been back at the beginning of the past couple of videos here, and I'm super excited to announce that I'm working again with Wyffels for 2024. They were an awesome company to work with last year. We've been planting their corn for, I don't know, dang near 10 years now. They kind of came out of nowhere and just started dominating our area. I don't know, 5-6 years ago, my brother became a Wyffels dealer. And then a couple of years ago here, I asked them if they wanted to sponsor the YouTube channel, and they agreed. Wyffels has been a big part of our farm for, like I said, 10 years. They make some dang good corn, and super excited to be working with them. Even if you guys don't plant Wyffels, you should go check out their merch store. I'll leave it in a link in the description. I don't make any money from the merch, and honestly, I don't think they do either. But they make some really dang cool merch. This is one of my favorite t-shirts right now. They also have like different state ones. So there's like a South Dakota state one, there's a Minnesota state one. Some really cool merch over there, and it's all really cheap. I think this t-shirt was like 12 bucks or something. So you guys should go check that out. But I need to get this tractor started. And last night, I put a couple 100 gallons of water in both of these tanks because we did not do a very good job of cleaning these things out last year, and there's a bunch of gunk in them. So put a couple 100 gallons in it and let it sit overnight. I'm gonna pump it all out, and I'm gonna see if I need to get in there. I'm probably gonna need to get in there and pressure wash these things out. Finally spring. Theoretically, if I take this quick connector off and I turn this valve on, water should start coming out. Why did it get sucked in? If I turn the pump on, it'll start coming out. And turn the pump on, there it goes. Look at that lovely brown water. We went and we got water from our local co-op, and I think we must have been the first people of the year to get water because it came out all brown and disgusting and it smells bad. Probably water's been sitting in their pipes for all winter. Also, I don't know if you guys remember that truck that Dan and I went down to Indiana to purchase, but here it is, and it has a tank on it now. So this is gonna be our tender truck for our fertilizer and pre-emerge here this spring. We're gonna do some hot mixes. My dad and Trevor are currently in the process of building this back platform that we can put chemical cages on, the hose reel, and this induction cone right here. This will be a pretty sweet rig once it's all done. There's always one thing that you don't know if it's gonna be ready before you start planting, and this is it. Because, well, they made a lot of progress since I was here yesterday, but they do have the pump installed now too, which is good. But we gotta get this thing all plumbed up and ready to go here. It's definitely been cool to see it being evolved. I know I said I was gonna like make a video of us building this. We realized we weren't gonna have enough time to build it, so we actually took it to a welding friend of ours, Melson's Mobile Welding in Tremont, Minnesota, and he got the tank installed on the frame and everything, and we've just kind of done the back platform and the plumbing. This one's cleaned out pretty dang good. See what you think.
Clean them out.
Okay.
That'd probably be the best. If you get 300 gallons in each, you'll have enough water to prime it again.
Okay.
So run one out and then run the other one out.
If you shut the top ones off, it's gonna come out here.
Yeah, this is the agitation line. Open this little valve here.
Okay. Yep.
That'll get some water in there.
Okay.
I see with 200 gallons, I don't think you have trouble. You might have to lower the fuel elevator.
Before you get back to work on your truck, I watched Moneyball last night. Have you ever seen that movie?
That's the baseball one?
Yeah, the Athletics
Yeah,
in
yeah.
2002.
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off the most about the movie? Is
No
that the
idea.
A's lost to the Twins. And then the Twins went to the World Series and got their butts kicked.
What year was that?
0-2.
You better reread your history because the Twins been to the World Series twice and they won twice.
Yeah. From what I know of Minnesota sports in my lifetime,
Uh-huh.
it's a very typical thing for a miracle to happen, for a Minnesota team to do something they should have never done, to get really close to winning, and then they get their butts kicked.
Yeah, they won in 88 and 91.
Yeah,
So
something
yeah,
like that.
So yeah, they didn't get to the World Series. So don't misreport.
But
There's
my
enough-
my
there's
point
enough.
still stands strong though, that the Athletic they had a 20-game win streak.
So you're mad that
They lost to the Twins.
the A's got beat.
I'm mad that the A's got beat by. I'm not mad that the A's got beat. I'm mad they got beat by the Twins, and then the Twins went and got their butts kicked in the next game, or the Minneapolis Miracle. We had that miracle, and then we went to the game before the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
got our butts
no,
kicked.
it's
Brett Favre got us to the game before the Super Bowl, got our butts kicked.
yeah, we should have won that game.
Yeah, we should have won that game.
But the crust.
I was watching this movie and I was so touched by it, and then they lost to the Twins, and I just got mad.
Better yet, the and I don't know. I'm not a hockey fan, so I'm
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
going to be incorrect.
Yep. I'm sure
When
people
the-
will correct us in the
When
comments.
the Stars were in Minnesota, I think they had a 3-0 game lead in the Stanley Cup,
Okay.
and they lost it 4-3.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
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 So I watched.
That sounds on par for Minnesota
I watched
sports.
one. Well, besides going to some live hockey games in school, yeah, I've watched one hockey game in my life,
I've watched 0.
and yeah, that was the 7th game, and it was pretty pathetic. But when we went to Green Bay,
Yep.
it's such a neat city,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm gonna be a Green Bay fan. Can't do it.
I can't either.
It's like an impossibility.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, so that's our world of sports.
Yeah. I watched the movie last night. I had to bring that up because I just thought it was so funny. I'll get this thing pressure washed. Pump ran out of gas. But I got like 250 gallons in each tank, which should be enough to prime. No problem. Just empty out this hose. And then I'm gonna close off this tank because that's one I already pressure washed out. I'm gonna just suck out of that tank and then pressure wash that one out. And then we're actually gonna try spraying through the nozzles, make sure everything works there. Okay, start this pump up. There we go. Okay, so I got that tank pressure washed out, and I'm about to test the nozzles, but before I do so, we got a chemical truck that's delivering all of our chemical for the spring here. Coming in the next couple minutes, I'm gonna load them first. Then I'll worry about this. Okay, back to it now. I'm gonna try the front spray nozzles first, and then once I get those going, I'll go to the rears. Technically, we're gonna use the rears first, but actually that'll work out good. I'll do the fronts first, I'll make sure they work, then I'll switch to the rears, and I'll leave them on the rears. That makes sense. So we have 2 sets of spray booms on this cultivator because we use a front spray boom for the pre-emerge that we use in the soybeans, and the rear spray boom for the nitrogen pre-emerge mixture for corn. And I just dropped my camera and cracked my lens. So if you guys can see that in the video, I'm sorry, but I don't have a replacement one. Anyways, so we got 2 sets of hoses here. We got this set and this set. This set looks like it goes to the rear booms, and this set goes to the front. So that's all we do to switch between them. We just got these quick connectors on them. Looks like this one has a plug on it, but you literally just plug them in, connect them, front boom. When you want to switch, you just connect them, put the rear boom on, call it a day. Okay, so Raven 440. Let's see if... Okay, both of those are working. They got 2 ball valves right there. I can see them spinning. You guys probably can't. Okay, so I need to do a test speed. Self-test. Enter, let's go 6 miles per hour. Turn the hydraulic pump on. We should start getting liquid. Well, stuff spraying. Not every nozzle's working. Don't really know what fixed it. Played a bunch of different things and it just started working. I wonder if we got some plugs. Yep. Okay, Dad taught me a little trick here to clean these nozzles out. If you give these nozzle bodies a partial turn, like so, and then you take the nozzle off, there's not as much pressure, and then you can turn it back, clean out your nozzle, turn it back, put it back on, and now you should spray. I'm gonna have to do that one again, but you get the idea. So finally all the front booms working. Now we use a chemical called Teflon in soybeans, and that's what gets put through these front nozzles. And it likes to dry in little chunks, so it took me like 3 times of going through these nozzles because chunks would be somewhere in the spray system, and then they clog up all these little nozzles, and then you clean it, and then you go to the next one, you come back, and the one you just cleaned was clogged again. So it took a while to go through those. The back, we do not use Teflon, we use a different chemical for corn, and it doesn't clog up little nozzles as badly. So I literally turned it on, I fixed one leak that was just a loose hose clamp, and then I fixed one unplugged nozzle, and they all seem to be working perfectly fine, which is good because I am sick and tired of doing this and I'm soaking wet. It puts that spray pattern right there in front of that rolling basket. Good. I'm almost out of water too, absolutely perfect. So where are we at on the truck? Now that, so sprayer's done, planter's done, field cultivator's done, all the GPS stuff's done, except for we need to make one more boundary yet tonight. So we just got this left. Is it just plumbing?
Yeah, I'm probably down to 2-3 hours of plumbing.
How big of a cable do we need to power that?
I'd say a pretty big one.
Can we run it off of a power cable from here? Can we get an adapter to like to plug the thing into, so that way we're not running a special?
Probably could.
Because that way, otherwise, if we ever take the tank off, we need to unwire it. If we just had a plug.
Problem is, this ain't a very big circuit breaker on this thing.
Just put the bracket on the side of a support like this and just plug it in. So it needs to get all the way back here to this hose reel.
It sure beats the soap method.
3-inch kind of sucks. There's no good way to do it. We need a 50 amps breaker.
Yeah, I know.
And what color they painted the wires? I think they both were black because that's a black wire on the inside, and that is too.
Instructs. Plus, that isn't really a real.
What?
What keeps the moisture from going down in there?
It's glued.
Oh, they got it glued.
See, if you were a little bit taller, you could see that.
If I was a little bit taller, there'd be a lot of things in life that would be easier.
You want to try that one first?
Probably.
Sure.
See how it wouldn't be.
I mean, that one already has the battery things on the end. Why don't we just run that one straight to the battery?
You don't want that running around hitting the frame when you're turning with the truck, but I mean, it ain't gonna be. We can tie it tight tape.
Oh no, I'm not. I just think it's funny because in any other industry whatsoever, that'd be a replaced cord. And a farmer, any farmer is like, I'll just tape her up, call it a day.
This is like $300.
Oh, I know, but I'm not arguing with you. I think we should tape it up, but I just think it's funny because if this were a union job with OSHA regulations,
you're gonna get in trouble with your.
Oh.
No, if it was anything, yeah, no, I agree. But I won't mention the company, my cousin, this is 30 years ago, worked for a major tool supply warehouse. Part of his job was destroying the returns.
Okay.
And throwing them away.
Just anything.
Yeah, like hammers, he'd put on the vise and knock the handle off.
Really?
Because
no liability whatsoever?
liability, yeah.
Interesting.
So,
did he get some cool stuff from it?
No.
Okay. So it's the next day. We all have some different assignments to get this tanker truck done. Mine is to get power to the hose reel back there. So there is a connector here somewhere, right here, that has 2 wires going to it, 2 pins. But this is not a standard connector that we use for like our semi-trailers and stuff, because we are planning on maybe putting this on a semi-trailer for the fall. So got a new connector, but we also found out this connector is run off this toggle switch. So I have to move this cable right here to the positive side of this 60 amp circuit breaker, and then move this negative cable to this negative switch right here, because this is a switch box, but we don't want it to be on a toggle switch. We want it to have constant power. So do that, and then be able to put a end on the end of this right here, run that wire back, and we should be able to get power to the hose reel. Also, I gotta find somehow to get air into the system too. Got power to this cable right here. This actually is the right cable. I was just looking at it wrong. My plan is to stick this connector right here. That way you can just connect it like you would a normal trailer, and if we take the tank off, we don't need to rewire anything. We just can unplug it. Okay, got it 90% wired up here. Nothing is magnetic. So theoretically, I plug this in here like that. You ready to hold it? That's why I didn't connect it until we were ready.
Well, good thing is we got power back.
We do have power back here.
Concerned if our cable is good.
I think we're fine for a little test we're gonna be doing. Okay. Which way? Is that going the right way?
Nope.
Okay, so we just need to flip this cable. That cable needs to go there.
What's up? Nothing's talking.
So that one, just leave that connected like that for now. I'll go unplug the cable. And we'll get her, then we got power. Uh-oh.
Leaking.
A little bit.
There's no air yet.
Should have used the air cutter, not a knife. Is it coming out? Yeah. Do it again. Is that all it's supposed to be?
Yeah, actually, some people regulate it to like 5 or 10 pounds.
Oh. Nah, put 90 through there. Get it out fast. You're getting there.
We are there.
Are you there? Okay. Oh, you lost it. Is it just time to sit and admire your creation, or what?
Yeah, I'm tired.
That does look like a heck of a truck, though, I will admit. I like it.